Good evening and welcome to NNX, where we give you campus news faster than you can eat a bowl of mac and cheese. I'm Maria Heim.
And I'm Logan Schijano. Let's jump right into tonight's stories. Students on and off campus cannot continue studying remotely unless approved by Accessible NU. This policy has immunocompromised students feeling left out. Some immunocompromised students have asked for a virtual option due to the Omicron variant. For one student studying abroad, the university said to transfer to the School of Professional Studies or another university. Other immunocompromised students going in person said the university isn't doing enough to protect them.
I think the university is more concerned in some capacity about their image than it is with taking all of the necessary precautions for students who might be at more risk.
In a statement to NNN, NU said that broad surveillance testing was unnecessary due to the campus's high vaccination rate. However, Northwestern experienced a rise in cases last week.
Northwestern's COVID numbers remain in the yellow level. Tests from this past week put the positivity rate at 4.35%, with 206 new positive cases from February 11th to the 17th. In the past week, the city of Evanston has seen 19 new cases a day. Northwestern and Evanston continue to mitigate the spread.
Despite these COVID numbers, mask mandates are lifting around the country, and Illinois will likely do the same. I looked into what it means for Northwestern and Evanston communities.
On Monday, February 28th, we will lift the indoor mask requirement for the state of Illinois.
After months of indoor mandates, Illinoisans will be permitted to take off their masks next week. But even with the governor's announcement, there's one important caveat. Local rules take precedent.
Having stricter mitigations than the state requirements is something that must be adhered to.
The plan to lift the mandate applies to most public spaces, but not K-12 schools. At Northwestern, indoor masking has been required all year. Some students want to see it go.
If you look at the social habits of the majority of Northwestern students, it's clear that outside of campus, many people aren't wearing masks. Many people are completely comfortable being in very crowded spaces. And I think we should start to allow that on campus.
Others express concern.
I think it's a little too early to get rid of masks.
Northwestern Vice President of Operations Lou Figura told NNN in a statement the university is actively discussing mask mandate changes. In District 65 schools and at Evanston Township High School, indoor mask requirements remain in place, at least for now.
I don't really think wearing a mask is that big of a deal, so I'm glad that we do have the mandate.
With Northwestern's positivity rate over 4% last week, Dr. Jonathan Klein advised the school not to jump the gun on masks.
I'd probably be waiting a couple of weeks to see the rates continuing to go down rather than lifting the rules too soon.
And Logan, even with the governor's announcement, it seems like there's still a lot up in the air. What else can you tell us?
Yeah, you know, Maria, it's really a wait-and-see game here with the mask mandates. News could come at any moment. We heard earlier today that Chicago is going to be lifting its mask mandate next week. As for Evanston, a determination has yet to be made, and we should hear some news coming in the near future.
So Logan, you talked to Dr. Jonathan Klein. What did he say were the metrics required in order for Northwestern to drop its mask mandate?
Well, you know, Dr. Klein told me that he'd still feel more comfortable if Northwestern's COVID positivity rate was a little bit lower, probably closer to 1%. Last week it was over 4%, as you heard a bit earlier, which is still a little bit high for him. And even though Northwestern has 99% of its community fully vaccinated and there was a booster requirement, Omicron is still highly transmissible. So lowering that positivity rate will be key.
Turning to an on-campus requirement, some students take language courses just to graduate. For others, language offers new opportunities and travel. There are many reasons Wildcats go deeper into learning a language. Some just want to try something new, while others are considering a minor. With 19 languages to choose from, these classes give students a chance to travel. However, some studying less popular languages say there's not enough study abroad programs.
I haven't seen a lot of like school-sponsored study abroad programs to like Kenya, Tanzania, or like other like East African countries.
In a statement to NNN, the Global Learning Office said 3 main factors determine which languages have study abroad programs: student demand, faculty interest, and program availability. Students can learn more about these opportunities on the Global Learning Office's website.
From study abroad programs to programming just outside your door, Northwestern's Area Council plans residential programming in the South, Southwest, North, and Northeast areas on campus. Now they're looking for student leaders to help with social and recreational events. 4 students living on campus will be elected to represent the student body in their region. The leaders will receive priority housing and give input on traditions and happenings in their area.
Our way of bringing in that student voice and allowing students to have kind of a role in planning those events and also determining what are the traditions that each area might have in the future.
And Caitlin Bender-Thomas is here in the studio to tell us more about the Area Council. Caitlin, how can students get involved?
Students can get involved by simply filling out the candidate registration form located on their area website. As long as it's submitted by March 14th, they're eligible to run.
Thanks, Caitlin. Maria?
Rice bowls in hand, students rave about a Norris favorite. Now the popular spot is celebrating one of their own. NNN's Andrew Rowan waits in line at Vietnam Nam to tell us more.
Journey it's been a lot.
Vietnam Nam crew member Marcus Parker is celebrating 1 year with the company.
Just got right into it.
Before joining the Norris team, Parker received culinary training from a Safe Haven Foundation, a nonprofit that helps individuals transition from homelessness to self-sufficiency. For Parker, going from the training kitchen to the Norris Rush,
it was very like boot campish. You gotta be ready and have everything in place.
The restaurant's partnership with Evanston's Youth Job Center landed him an internship. 6 months later, it became a full-time role.
Marcus is a great example of someone who is so uber talented and just has so much potential.
For owner Alan Moy, Parker shows the value of a local business's community partnerships.
And I don't always think that partnership means that you are looking for ways that you can leverage others. It's also about what you can do to leverage yourself to support your community.
The restaurant's Norris location opened as students returned to campus last year.
It's just been very, very humbling, to say the least.
And while the downtown location is still missing some of its regulars, in Norris,
this is an extension of that same sort of experience we've always had, having amazing customers, not just loyal customers, but friendly customers.
But students can also support the team behind the counter.
Don't go too far away, you know, if you want your food to be hot.
It only takes about 2 minutes for the famous orange chicken bowl to be made fresh, all thanks to the team's communication.
If you do not communicate, you're gonna be a little lost.
But getting through the lunchtime rush doesn't mean there isn't fun.
We're goofy. We're goofy, but we get the job done.
You can find more about the Youth Job Center's partnerships and mission by going to youthjobcenter.org.
Well, that's all the time we have tonight. Thanks so much for watching.
Stay tuned for the Northwestern News Report coming up next. I'm Maria Heim.
And I'm Logan Schijano. Have a great night, everyone.